Okay, the Light Beer Project Special Edition. Miller Lite wins gold at the 2016 World Beer Cup. Okay, did it win Best in Show? You know it did not. But it won gold for the light lager category. Here's a Miller Lite glass, L-I-T-E, some smoke. Originally known as Meisterbräu Light, excuse me. That's right, 1967. The small Milwaukee company Meisterbräu introduced L-I-T-E from Meisterbräu. A diet beer packaged for women who are exercising, trying to stay in shape. Wasn't too popular. When Miller bought Meisterbräu, okay, and I have some great value Vienna sausage made with chicken, beef, and pork added in chicken broth. We'll talk about this in a little bit. When shouldn't be showing the insignia on that glass. Pay no mind to the insignia on that glass, folks. A lot of that characteristic Miller lacing, right? Miller bought Meisterbräu in 1972. That company wasn't doing too well. We know they kept Meisterbräu going, and they brought out their version of Meisterbräu in '83, and then Meisterbräu Light, and those went on for a little over 20 years, and then they were discontinued. If I get these sausages out of here, this would really help me. They were discontinued in favor of Milwaukee's Best and Best Light and Ice, another brand that interestingly Miller bought from a struggling little company, Gettleman, in 1961. Well, anyway, okay, and that they reformulated and rebranded as their version, their economy thing. Okay, so a third beer that Miller developed is the L-I-T-E, Light. So they say on their commercials, we invented light beer. If you say we, Meisterbräu, who is now part of Miller, developed it, okay. If you say Miller developed it, not okay. So it was Meisterbräu. But in reality, Miller did essentially invent it because Meisterbräu was doing nothing with it. They were trying, I guess, it just wasn't succeeding. So Miller took an extremely niche item, a diet beer, and turned it into the most popular beer style in the world. In just a few years, 1973, they started test marketing their version of Light. In 1975, they rolled it out nationwide with a massive commercial push. You probably remember that. Well, maybe you don't remember that. And they were marketing toward men, which you say, you know, that's usually not a thing that men would go into diet beer. So they just focus on less filling, tastes great. So that was their approach. It's less filling. You can drink more of it and it tastes great. Apparently judges believe so too, because it's won, and I just said the gold. Cut these onions. It's won so many silver, so many bronze. I'm not going to list them all. If you look on the MillerCoors website, it lists all the medals. And for High Life also. High Life's won 2 other gold medals. Two gold. Was it 2 gold or something? It's like a huge number of awards. I'm talking about a major competition, not the Baton Rouge Parish beer competition. I'm talking about major competitions. Okay, so it became very quickly the #1 light beer, since it was basically the only light beer. And then Schlitz thought, that's a little that's one of these fads. We'll put a Schlitz Light out. Never was too successful. It was fairly successful, but not very. It was discontinued in 2010. Coors put theirs out, Coors Light 1978, and it's now one of the top beer brands in the world. Anheuser-Busch at first thought, this isn't going to, but they catch on. But they could see that it was catching on. So in 1977, they came out with Natural Light beer, which is still very popular. It's one of the top 10 best-selling beers in America of any style. Okay, before I cross style, I'm cross lining. They're gonna kick me out of. They're gonna kick me out of Amway. Okay, so I'm trying to make diamond. Obviously, this is a richer flavor, more full body. Got that little Miller spice, hop spice. I like the High Life, and that's what I'm gonna pick. You know, normally I would pick this. But I wanted to do this video for the gold medal, so I got this pepper jack cheese Borden. So I bought the 12-pack. I mean, I figured if I buy a single, if I buy an 18 ounce, it's gonna be $1.19 or whatever. And so if I buy one of the tall bottles, it's gonna be $2 something. So I said, well, it's $10 even on sale. Just buy the 12-pack. I don't dislike it. I have friends like Tom, a friend of mine, Tom. I was just talking to him on the phone, and when he goes out, he reaches for Miller Lite. He said, yeah, but it's not that I dislike other light beers or other beers in general. He said he just reaches for it because you know, it's a reliable product. It's not going to ever be off or anything, so just drinks it. And he said, you don't have to mention my whole name. I said, I won't. I need more cheese. And I know a lot of people like that in my family and friends. They just drink Miller Lite. When John Sharon came down here with Zone 1, and he's a major craft beer guy, he was drinking Miller Lite the whole time. And I was like, you love that Miller Lite, huh? He said, yeah, I really do. We were walking all around the French Quarter and Faubourg Marigny, and he was just guzzling. Not guzzling, but he was enjoying it. I would try. He wasn't guzzling. Maybe after I left and they stayed out all night long, he was guzzling it. Okay. So, in a wide brim chalice like this or a schooner, it's not going to give you much head of foam, but. And these videos are controversial because people will say, oh, you're just touting, you're just touting the product. You just assume, it's like you're making a 30-minute commercial. I'm not making a commercial. Whatever beer you want to drink, just drink it. I'm just making this because it won the award. They're not going to win all these gold medals year after, not every year, but they're winning medals all the time. Miller won, Miller Brewing, not MillerCoors, but Miller Brewing itself won Big Brewer of the Year and Brewmaster, Big Brewmaster of the Year 2016. So, and then Blue Moon, the first peach ale, wheat ale, won wheat beer, fruit wheat beer, a gold medal 2016. So the judges are looking at all these beers in different categories: Rauch beer, you know, Kolsch, whatever, English brown ale, Doppelbock, etc. There's so many categories, and it's a blind taste test at the World Beer Cup, and they're scoring it accordingly. Okay, so if you're saying this beer is trash, it's garbage, it's horrible, what you're really saying is you don't like the style. That's fine. I'm not a big light beer person, okay? I'll drink these, I'll enjoy them. I don't find they have enough body. You know, it's only 96 calories, 4.1% alcohol. I would prefer alcohol. I would prefer something more full body, but it's not bad. There's nothing. No, in 1986 when I first tried Miller Lite, I didn't like it. It had like a hollow taste. And I said, if this is what beer tastes like, I'm not drinking it. And for 10 years I didn't drink beer. And this is a true story. See, I didn't grow up with light beer, so it had this funny hollow taste, and I didn't even finish the can. Then, in 1996, February 96, I said, well, I don't know, people are drinking beer all the time, maybe there's more to it. I have to revisit beer after 10 years, right? So, almost 10 years. So I bought a 6-pack of the Ponies, you know, the 7-ounce bottles of the High Life. Here's a modern pint can of the High Life, and I drank it and I said, that's the beer I remember, that's the flavor of beer, it's got body. So I started all this right now for 20 years. So Miller Lite comes in this attractive carton, attractive bottle. It is a good presentation. It looks nice. They did bring back their early. I always did like the early design. I remember thinking years before they brought it back, they should have never gotten rid of that early design. Okay. Personally, I prefer Miller High Life Light. I think it's richer, it's got more body, it's more flavorful. And it's cheaper. It's only like yeah, it was $7.50 for a 12-pack as opposed to 10. My uncle doesn't like it. He's a Miller Lite guy. He's always drinking Miller Lite. He said that beer's too rich. This is his words, too rich. So to me, that's a benefit. To him, it's a detriment. Okay, great value. How do these hold up to your Libby's, your Prairie Belt, your Bryan, and your Armour Star Vienna sausages? We're about to find out. Uh-oh. Made a mistake. Excuse me. I got some new hot sauce. This is getting low. Hey, you know what though? This Great Value Louisiana hot sauce is not bad. Might be made in Louisiana. Might be made by Crystal Balmer Foods for all I know. And these are more than likely contract packaged by Armour or Bryan, or well, of course Bryan is made by Bumblebee, but or Libby's or one of them. You know, this is not a unusual practice. It's not like Walmart has their own canned sausage factory. Okay, so Vienna sausage. What is their link to the capital city of Austria, Vienna? More or less no link. With the pepper jack cheese and the hot sauce and the white onions, this is really working out so well. I tried to do some research on the origin of Vienna sausages. Why did they call it that? It's murky. It's no real clear explanation. They do take the skin off them. From what I've read, they make a regular sausage, more or less, and then they pulverize it into like this, like you put some in a blender, make a puree, then they put it back in the casing somehow, and then they cook it, and then they take the casing off, and then they cut it into little pieces and cook it again and get this final form. Some kind of process like that. So it's a strange little thing. Oh, this is fine. I mean, what are the negatives on this beer? Within the style, American style light lager, there are no negatives. To be fair, I can name 20 others like that have no negatives either. I'll name a few real fast. Milwaukee's Best Light, Miller High Life Light, Bud Light, Coors Light, Keystone Light, Natural Light, and I can just keep naming them. They're all like comparable to this. So, but at these championships, they're doing it blind. They're tasting it and they're saying, "Wow, this is the gold medal." You know, they're scoring it when they add it up. This one's gold. So there's something going right for these people. And they were so excited about it. The company was like, "Yes, we're doing it right." Apparently they are. Now there's some light beers that you should approach with extreme trepidation, extreme caution, like Kirkland's Light from Costco, dreadful little item. Frio Light in Texas from our friends at City Brewing. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Boxer Light from our enemies or our friends or our the bane of our life, Minhas. So you can save a few dollars more and really suffer, or you can just like not be a nut and pay regular prices and buy this, and you'll enjoy it if you're into light beer. So I think we covered all the bases. Award-winning stuff with store brand hot sauce, store brand Vienna sausages that honestly are just as good as the brand names that I did name. So you wouldn't go wrong buying these as a substitute. You wouldn't go wrong with this. But I have to buy different brands to explore the world of hot sauce. Thank you. Y'all come on down to New Orleans now.